So let us understand the one more example for balancing an chemical equation. Number 2. Now I am giving hydrogen plus chlorine. What I get? Hydrochloride, hydrochloric acid, or hydrochloride we call hydrochloric acid or hydrochloride. Let me write it as H2 plus Cl2, which is giving HCl. Yes or no, sir? Okay. Let me just clear this point. HCl. Yeah, is it balanced? Let us count that. Here 2 hydrogen, 2 chlorine atom. Here 1 hydrogen, 1 chlorine atom. Sir, whether it's balanced? The total here is 4, the total here is 2. It's not equal. It's an unbalanced equation. Okay, now let's balance this. What is the step 1 we do? Let us balance. The step 1. What is the step 1 we do? First, we write down the table. We draw a table. Yes or no? We draw a table saying what are the elements we have. Yes or no? Now, first chlorine, Cl, then here hydrogen. The product side, that is RHS, the reactant side, sorry, product side, that is LHS. Let me write it clearly. It's not visible as possible. RHS and LHS. Now how many chlorines we have? Let us observe it. 2 chlorines, 2 hydrogen, 2, 2. But here we have 1, 1. What is the step 2? This is step 1 and step 2. What is step 3? What do we do? Step 3, we just use or multiply. We have to make this Cl, which is 2, and we have got here 1. We have to make it 2. Just multiply by 2. So what we get the equation? H2 plus Cl2, we get 2HCl. Now how many we have? Now let us count after this. H2 plus Cl2, we get 2HCl. Now how many atoms we have? 2 hydrogen atoms, 2 chlorine atoms. Here we have 2 hydrogen atoms, 2 chlorine atoms, 2 chlorine atoms. Total here 4, here it's balanced. Did you understand? Yes. Now in the next topic we are going to understand what are the types of chemical reaction. There are various types of chemical reactions. The types of chemical reactions. In that first we are gonna understand and 2 types chemical reaction, in which the first thing we are going to understand is combination reaction. Sir, what is combination reaction? Let me consider I have element A and I have element B. When I am mixing both, I am getting some element as C element. Let simple, like I said, sugar plus water, I am getting solution. Yes or no? Combination reaction is nothing but when 2 or 1 element and 1 compound or 2 compound are combined together by single product. When 2 or more elements combine together, this is little bit complex. Let us give when 2 or more elements combine together. Let me give you a simple definition. When 2 or more element gives a single element is called combination. Let me give you some examples. Example 1. Let me give you some examples. Simple, as we started, a solid carbon, example wood, is burned in the presence of gaseous, that is oxygen. What do we get? It's CO2, that is again a black gas, smooth. See, carbon is a different element. Carbon is a different element. Oxygen is a different element. We are getting a combination of, that is carbon dioxide. Let us understand one more example. Example, we have 2H2 plus I am adding oxygen, O2, both are gases. We are getting 2H2O, which is a liquid. Yes or no? You are able to see it here. This is one element, hydrogen. This is one element, oxygen. When I am getting both, I am getting water. This is an example of combination. See, when two elements, element A and element B, we are adding, we are getting some element called as AB. AB is a combination of both A and B. Like the example explained here, carbon, oxygen. I am getting both the combination of carbon and oxygen, that is carbon dioxide. For example, hydrogen, oxygen, I am getting the combination both H2O, that is water. Are you able to understand? Let us recap it. A combination is a reaction when two or more elements gives a single element. Two or more element gives a single element. Yes or no? Yes. Yeah, did you get it? Yes. Now let us understand the next type of reaction, that is combination. We have understood the combination reaction. Did we get it? Yes. Now decomposition reaction. What is decomposition reaction? It's clearly given. Let me give you an example here. Now it's a type of reaction which involves in breakdown of single reactant into simpler products. Let me consider I have 2H2O which is breaking into, what we are breaking into, 2H2 plus O2, means we are making a bigger element into smaller. Let me consider I have a bigger element. To modify it, I am breaking into smaller parts. Like small, very tiny parts. This is one part, this is one part, this is one part. Similarly, decomposition, it's nothing but it is a type of reaction which involves in breakdown of single reactant, a larger simple reactant into simple products. For example, H2O is a large component. We are dividing it into H, hydrogen and oxygen. Let me understand some more example. I have understand lime soda, CaCO3, calcium carbonate, which we call, or lime soda. Now this is breaked into CaO plus CO2. Did you understand this? This is solid structure. This is solid structure. This is gaseous. This is calcium carbonate into calcium carbide and carbon dioxide. Calcium carbonate carbonate, it's converted into calcium carbide, plus carbon dioxide. Did you get it? Yes. What is, let us revise. It is a type of reaction which involves in breakdown of heavier reactant into a simple products. Did you get it, the examples? Yes. Now, decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction, it also similarly means the same. Let me give you one more example of a decomposition reaction. One more example of a decomposition reaction. Let me consider. I am giving a silver chloride, AgCl2, which is China dish, which we usually use in our homes, or I will give you a more relevant example. This will get into Ag plus Cl2. Ag plus Cl2. Did you get it? Let us balance it to make it quite clear. Did you get it? Yes! Now, let me give you a simple example of one more example of decomposition reaction. Let me consider I have silver chloride. A silver chloride that is Ag plus Cl, which is giving rise to Ag plus Cl2. Let us balance it. Okay, Ag plus Cl2, which is nothing but in aluminum chloride, is giving an silver and chloride, due to which we can observe that due to the lack of chloride, what happens is chlorine gas has been liberated. We feel the fade color of silver. Have you ever observed that silver ornaments it fades the color after use for some dyes, because when we expose to sunlight, it loses chlorine which is coated on it. Due to loss of chlorine, it becomes faded. The color becomes faded. Did you understand? Yes. Now let us understand the one more example of decomposition, that is electrolysis of water. Now simple here it is given that I have explained in 2H2O, this gives rise to H2 plus O2. This is where how the oxygen is been produced nowadays. Did you get? Nowadays in corona crisis, lots of oxygen is required. This decomposition process is required to create oxygen from water. We have water here, we electrolyze it, we pump it, we get oxygen and hydrogen. There is no much discussion about electrolysis in your syllabus, so I will restrict myself to the textbook. Thank you. Now let us again understand the one more type of reaction, that is displacement reaction. What is displacement reaction? Sir, are you able to see some depictions here? That is element A is with B, element C is coming, he is joining with him and making D. Simple. Are you able to see? And it is a reaction in which more reactive element will replace the less reactive element. Are you clear? It is a reaction in which more reactive element displaces the less reactive. Let me give an example. There are 2 friends. Very good. 2 buddies. Let me consider. We are 2 friends. One bad guy comes who is very notorious. Who is very notorious. What he does? He will join with my bestie. He will join with my bestie and make me alone. Right? This both will become a group. I will become alone. Are you able to see this? Yeah, the same way chemical displacement take place. This guy, the notorious guy, he comes and replaces this decent boy the same way. Let me give you some examples in chemically. Like, let me consider, I am giving an example of here. I have an iron nail. I am dipping this iron nail in copper sulfate. So what I have an iron nail. I am dipping it in a copper sulfate solution. So what is happening to me? This notorious guy, sulfate, is replacing this with him. Ferrous sulfate is forming. Ferrous sulfate is forming. Whereas Cu is left alone. Cu is left alone. What happens? This is iron nail of iron. After the reaction, you get a copper nail from the copper nail, because all the copper gets deposited on this blue color solution, which was copper sulfate. It becomes a colorless ferrous sulfate. Copper sulfate will become ferrous sulfate. Ferrous will become copper. Are you able to see here? A ferrous is becoming copper, is replacing copper. That is, this iron rod is replacing the copper. Did you understand what is the displacement reaction? Let me highlight you once more. Where a high reactive, one reactive element, let me consider now as zinc. Zinc is coming, copper sulfate. Now what happens? It becomes zinc sulfate and leaves the copper alone. Are you able to see? That is, zinc is replaced. That is, there is an replacement. Are you see? Yeah. Zinc replaced copper. This depiction will be little bit not accurate, so I will give replaced. Did you understand now? Zinc replaced copper. Now let us understand one more type of reaction, that is double displacement. Here let us consider element AB plus CD. What happens here is AC will join and BD will join. That is, one element will replace an other. In double displacement reaction are those reactions where two compounds interchange their ion to form a new compound. For example, I had NaSO4, that is sodium sulfate, and I had barium chloride, BaCl2. What happened? They just exchange their places. BaSO4 plus NaCl. What happened? This guy joined this guy and this guy joined this guy. Are you able to see? Observe it. You can able to understand it clearly. One guy left his position and joined other guy. For example, where element A, B are together, C and D are together, which break a bond. A will be joined C, For example, here we are able to observe that sodium joins chloride and barium joins sulfate, a double displacement reaction. Let me here give you with an, for example, I have an sodium sulfate solution. I am adding barium chloride solution, which will give me an barium sulfate PPT. PPT is nothing but a solid type structure plus NaCl, sodium chloride solution. Are you able to get it? Yes, this is perfect. What are the 4 types of reaction we have studied? So let us revise types of reaction. Types of reaction. First, combination. Sir, what is combination? Here 2 or more forms to give a single element. Then comes, who comes? Decomposition. Decomposition, where 2 elements A and B will give rise to 2 simpler elements A, B. Then who comes? Displacement reaction. Displacement, where A and B are together, C comes and replaces. Okay. Now what is the 4th type of reaction? Double displacement. Displacement, where A and B are together, C and D are together, which gives rise to AC plus DB. Are you able to understand what are the 4 types of reaction? Combination, decomposition, displacement, double displacement. Did you get it? Yes.